So to start, I need a square angle, and I think I got one here. And this is a little off this way. This seems to be nice and snug right there. So I'll square, I'm going to trim this off. This will get trimmed off. And then this will be my starting point for the pipe. This will be the end of the pipe where the pipe stem will come in. This will be the front of the pipe. And then this is actually going to be the bottom, and the pipe top will be up here. So that way I'll be able to make sure this is straight and be able to drill my holes right where I need them to be, so I don't want the holes wandering off. And that's the big problem with this, is keeping the hole so it's nice and straight. So when you're starting down here, you've got no way of keeping it straight. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do all that so I get it right. But I think this is the good starting point right here. I got a nice square spot. This side not too good. That side not too good either. And then I noticed that the block is kind of like this. So that's okay. This will be the top, and the top of the pipe will be right about there, I'm assuming. So once I get this trimmed, then we'll start marking it and figuring out. We'll cut it large like this, and then we'll drill once we have it all cut out and the excess material cut off, then we'll drill our holes. After the holes are drilled, then we'll shape the pipe, because I want to have as much meat on here as possible. I might even drill the holes before I even cut the stuff off. So we'll see what happens. So I'm trying to figure out how much front and how much back. This back here is my square line. That's my main center line. So I think I'm gonna go somewhere around here. So that's pretty much the length of that. And then that's almost the length of that. That's a little short. I think I'm going to go with this line right here. This will be my drill line. Now, I don't know how big the bowl is going to be on this, but for right now, I don't have to worry about that, because what I want to do is just drill the hole down. Then I got to figure out where my hole back here is going to be. So I think that's a good starting point right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good, huh? not bad. Let's see. I have no way of telling how straight this is. I thought this drill had a bubble on it somewhere, but I guess it does not. And neither does my other one. I've got this DeWalt, and then I got this DeWalt. No bubble on either of them. All right, I'm gonna drill this and we'll cut right back when I'm done drilling. So I got the drill bit stuck. So we gotta wiggle it out of there. It was a bit warm, so I went ahead and took a break and let it cool off. Soaked the stone in the water. Hopefully that'll add a little lubrication to help get it out. There it is. So my mistake was I put it in the drill chuck and I only had a little bit to bite off of it. I was trying to get down there, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and switch to the long one, figure out my measurements, and then go from there. Okay, so I think this is gonna be my hole going into the bowl. And then this around here will be material that give me some room. I'll be able to remove this much material down here as I'm finishing it. Hopefully not that much, as little as possible. That's really good for the camera. That's how far down we've gone, that far. Okay. And by the way, I got a really expensive lens on this camera, and I've got it's called a UV filter that screws on in front of the lens, so that I use that as a protection from damaging the actual lens. So any of that dust is going to hit that UV filter, and you know, they're like 12 bucks or 15 bucks or something. They're not real expensive. So if I destroy that, it's fine. It saves the lens, which was a heck of a lot more than 12 bucks. So there's my stop right there. So when I get to that point, I'll know that I have reached my depth. I should have like a normal stop gauge to stick on there, but I don't. I don't have everything in the world, but this will work. And then also, if you can see that, I glued a bubble on the back of the drill, although my bench is not perfectly straight. So, you know, this is just the pilot hole, so if it's a little crooked, it's okay. When I drill the larger hole, I'm going to get this nice and level. It's getting stuck again. Yeah, look at that. That stuff is nasty.
And one of the other problem with this is that these dumb chucks, can't really wrench down and get them nice and tight. They're all these hand tight nonsense and really is aggravating. There we go. That's it. There we go. So the next trick is drilling this hole, which is really going to be hard. I'm still not sure how I'm going to go about that. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about this because I've got a couple issues. I mean, if once this starts going in, this diameter is going to be the diameter for this hole. It's not going to get any bigger. So this has to be straight. Now, when this is done, let's just see here. So the end of the pipe is going to be right here. A little pilot hole will be through there. You can see that. And so there will be a larger hole, probably about that big, like so. And that larger hole will only go in maybe a half an inch or maybe an inch. Maybe 3/4 of an inch. And that's just to hold the pipe stem. So the pipe stem is going to plug into that. But the initial hole only has to be that diameter because there's, it's just the smoke is going through there. So I have to think about this and come up with the solution. And we'll pick it up there.